Now it's time for the Ravens preview. That's the next ball game for the Minnesota Vikings. Every week is going to be a big-time challenge. You have a playoff caliber team, a team that has championship aspirations, a team that has an electrifying, probably the most electrifying player at the quarterback position in Lamar Jackson. On one of our previous episodes, you said you'd much rather game plan for Tom Brady than Lamar Jackson. Well, Pat P, Coach P, how do you plan to game plan for Lamar?
Man, you know what I'm gonna do? Well, this is my game plan. I gotta send one of the equipment guys over to the Ravens locker room. Somehow get in there some way the night before, Saturday night, get into the stadium, sneak into one of the vents or something and find Lamar Jackson's locker. Find his locker and just take all the shoes. The man might still go out there and still make it happen with no cleats.
No question.
But go out there and just take all the spikes off his shoes or something. That'd be my game plan. Send one of the equipment guys in there and go take his shoes, man. But no, seriously though. But Lamar is he's special, man. He's one of a kind to game plan for now that he's getting better with throwing the ball. Finding all type of receivers, everybody's involved in that offense, and they're running and they have everything available, from RPOs, read options to spread offense, to hippo sets, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
they have it all. So our hands are definitely full going in there trying to defend Action Jackson and the Ravens.
And Baltimore, they don't have a traditional number one like wide receiver. The best pass catcher is tight end Mark Andrews coming from University of Oklahoma. But they don't have a traditional number one. So how do you plan, how do you treat their offense? And when you look at the threats at wide receivers, how is there certain things you guys do in this situation where they don't have a legit number one, but they got some guys that can do some damage if you allow them to?
Man, honestly, man, we just can't give up the long ball.
Yes, the splash plays. Keep everything in front of you.
Yeah, teams don't want to be able to throw outs, comebacks, slants all the way down the field. They're not patient enough to do that.
Hey, real quick, I don't want to cut you off, but one quick story. The legendary Dick LeBeau, arguably the best defensive coach I've been around. Well, I've been around Mickey Andrews as well. So I've been in football heaven. So I'm not going to say who's the best, but very, very instinctive, and he's a Hall of Famer, right? He told us one time, Pat P, he said, you got to understand something about offenses and offensive coordinators. They're egocentric. They have to feed their ego. So if you make them go the length of the football field, they don't want to do that for 4 quarters. If you're giving them comebacks, outs, stop routes, it's okay. They're converting third downs. They're moving, but they eventually want to take shots. That's just how they are. Mm-hmm. But if you force them to go the length of the football field, they're going to give you a play that you can make. You just got to make it. And that's something that I thought about while you were just talking, saying make them go the length of the football field. Because even if they can drive, think about this, listeners and viewers. For all our fans, everybody that's checking us out on this episode right now, how many times have you watched a football game, college or NFL? 1st and 10, they run the ball, get 6 yards. What do they do on 2nd down? Throw. Why? It's 2nd and 4. If you just ran the ball on 1st down for 6 yards, why don't you run the ball on 2nd down and see if you can get another 5 or 6 yards? That's instantly a 1st down. But they throw on 2nd and 4, incomplete. Now you're throwing on now you basically got to throw. It's an obvious 3rd down situation. It's the same thing. So for us in Pittsburgh, we used to play to do what they didn't want. We used to play to make them do what they didn't want to do. Right. And Coach LeBeau, listen, they're going to take a shot. We're giving, go ahead if they want, because we felt like there was an offense that was good enough to drive the length of the football field on us for 4 quarters. So you know what? If you all want to get these little 5-yard stops, these comebacks, go ahead. But listen, they're going to hit you with a double move. I need you to be where you're supposed to be. That is the weakness of our defense right now. If I tell you to play inside leverage, guess what? The weakness is probably going to give up a comeback outside, an out route. It happens. Just tackle the catch. Yep. But let's see if they want to do it the length of the football field. And like you just said, they don't want to do it. That's you see that time and time again. And if you guys can factor that in, Pat B, I mean, I was watching Michigan State against Michigan this Saturday. I was watching because I had them in my parlay. I had Michigan plus 4, right? I had them in my parlay. Kenneth Walker, the running back from Michigan State, he should have had 400 yards against Michigan. He only had 20-something carries for 175, something like that. He run the ball.
4 touchdowns, right?
Yeah, he had 5 touchdowns. Pat Pete, he run the ball on first down, got 8 yards. It's 2nd and 2. Why are you throwing the ball on 2nd and 2? You got one of the best backs in the country. Why are you throwing? Offensive coordinators, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Listeners and viewers, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. How many times you watch a game, first down, they get 5-6 yards. Oh, third down, second down, they're going to throw. It doesn't make any sense. But go ahead, Pat. You got me fired up. I was just, that's just how it is.
Oh, well, just to, conclude it, you have to make them go the length of the football field because slants, like I was talking about, slants, comebacks, curls, as long as we tackle the catch, that's not going to beat us, So we just have to make sure we're able to do that and just play our assignments, not necessarily more so worried about what they can do or what they're going to do. Like you said, every defense have a weakness. But at the same time, if you play your assignment and be where you're supposed to be, 9 times out of 10, we're going to get out of that down. Because you gotta think the pass rush is going to get there. Those guys getting their hands up, forcing the quarterback to get off his spot. The next thing you know, you can make a play because guess what? You're where you're supposed to be.
Yes, just be where you're supposed to be. It's going to happen. They're going to try you. You know what I mean? Just be patient. Just play within the game, man. And that has been I guess something that needs to improve. You saw just splash plays. If you make teams drive the length of the football field and buckle down and play elbow defense, bend but don't break, and force them to kick field goals, you're going to win more than you're going to lose.
Yeah.
That's just the name of the game. Yeah. Defensively, real quick with the Baltimore Ravens, they got a top tier level player in the secondary, Marlon Humphrey, one of the highest paid cornerbacks in the game. From Alabama, wearing the number 44. You don't see too many DBs rock 44. You got to have some guts and know your game is A1 to rock 44. But what do you appreciate about Marlon Humphrey's game?
I appreciate Marlon's grit, the way he approached the game. His understanding of the game, just and his the way he competes. He competes every Sunday. He wants that action every Sunday, and he's able to play, multiple positions on the field. So he has a really, really sharp game. Been a fan of his game ever since he hopped on the scene. So he's doing a lot of great things throughout his career. Praying that he can keep that up and continue to cement his name and with some great company.
Okay, and finally, you kind of hit on this defensively when it comes to improving and trying to get a victory. But what are the keys to a victory overall, team wise? Offensively.
Yeah, overall team wise, obviously you got to start fast in order to finish. We got to start fast as a team, finish. On the road, we gotta play with great special teams by flipping the field, making field goals, maybe creating a turnover on special teams will be huge. Offense, converting on third down, scoring in the red zone, finding and getting that running game going. I think that's what will allow everything else to open up. So for me, I'm thinking I want to see at least 120 on the ground.
I'm trying to figure. I thought we was going to see Cookie Monster. I thought we was going to see.
And I did too, man.
Get the man the ball.
Give him the ball.
Get the man the ball. Give 33 the ball.
Yeah. On defense, no splash plays. You can't give up any plays over 20. We got to be. I believe in this game we have to be able to keep Lamar off the field. And by me saying that, I believe we have to force at least 5 3-and-outs.
Mm-hmm.
At least 5 3-and-outs to keep him off the field and be able to give our offense the ball back as quick as possible. And lastly, I know this is a tough, ask, and everybody's been trying to do it over the last 5 years. But, minimize the splash plays from Lamar as well, on the ground. So I know obviously, those are a lot of wishes there, but I believe if we're able to do that, we'll have a good opportunity to win it.
Okay. Well, here go my prediction. My prediction. I'm siding like in the. My total is looking like it's going to hit the under. I don't know what the over under is yet for this game. I'm gonna go ahead and check that. Eric, see if you can find the over under for this game. My total
has been growing this watermelon for 5 months.
Oh, that ain't the total under. 24-23 in favor of the Minnesota Vikings. A total of 47 points. I don't know what the total is, but 23-24 Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota would then you guys would be 4-4, right?
Yeah.
You're 3-4 right now. You'd be 4-4 then. 500, basically at the midway point. 24-23 Minnesota Vikings. Let's go. Skull, check in. Go get it.